I have decided to come to Canada while I'm still alive. Check on the colonies. So here I am in British North America with the one and only.
Hello.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah, yes.
I'm Danny Sanders.
Yeah, who is good friends with Rosie.
We know each other.
You know each other.
We know each other.
So I've just got up in Montreal. I've been away for about 2 hours because obviously with the time difference, so it's quite nice to see the sun again. I haven't seen that since I left Heathrow. It's going to be a cold day though. Highs of -4. Making a good start to Canadian culture. Going to have some maple syrup beans on toast. I found this cathedral, which is based upon St. Peter's Basilica. So I finally found the old town in Montreal. If I had to sum up this area in one word, I think it would be oldish. Here's an old building, for example. Here is not an old building. Of course, the big news is that I think the sun is up there. I think I can almost possibly feel the heat of the sun on my legs, although I'm not entirely sure if that's just a friction from the amount of layers I have on, of course. So I'm taking a day trip to Ottawa. So here I am walking around Ottawa, which is quite quiet as well, but not as cold as Montreal, so that's positive. So I'm going on a tour of Parliament in about an hour. First I'm just going to walk around Ottawa and see what I can see. Some nice-ish buildings. Ish is a word that's coming up a lot in Canada. You can see what they're trying to do, but it's not Europe. This particular tower is called the Peace Tower. This hotel here is called the Fairmont. Very expensive and historic hotel here in Ottawa. And this was a railway station previously that was built for people going to the Fairmont Hotel. The streets really are incredibly quiet. I guess there's only 38 million people in the whole of Canada, so there's just nobody here. I have now entered Parliament, waiting for my tour.
Part of the building as opposed to where we just were. So very, very brief Canadian history lesson there. If you're not familiar with kind of how we start as a country, as a dominion, but maybe you've heard the word confederation. This is an act that brings kind of the 4 provinces that are more or less set up at the time together and forms the Dominion of Canada.
So that was Parliament, and basically it's the same as Westminster in pretty much every regard. So that's it, my day in Ottawa complete. Back in Montreal now. It was not a pleasant experience. It ended up with me being sick from travel sickness. Day 2 in Montreal. Where are we going?
Climbing Montreal. We're trying to. We're halfway up at the moment.
And we're going up here, aren't we? Because there's some lovely views at the top.
Some amazing views at the top. Absolutely beautiful. So
yeah.
Miraculously, if the fog clears in the next 30 seconds or so.
What a beautiful view of Montreal that is.
Have faith. Miracles don't happen.
Where are we going?
Now?
Yeah.
We're going to the cinema now.
Cinema to see the Hunger Games. Yeah. There's some nice architecture around here though, so I'm glad Dan, as he is now called, has pointed out
Canadian Bank of Commerce.
Yeah.
Clock.
That's a nice building.
You can see the buildings now, which is good. So we couldn't see them this morning.
No.
Yeah, this is definitely a step up.
Now I've decided that now would be a good time in my life to visit Toronto, mainly because I'm in Canada and Toronto is also in Canada. This is apparently Nathan Phillips Square, which is I think like a civic square. This being the new City Hall or something like that. This is the old one anyway.
Going up to the 115th floor, it's 351 meters. This is a southeast view. To the right is Lake Ontario, and to the left is downtown Toronto.
Decided to come for dinner in the revolving restaurant at the CN Tower. So here is the view. There's Toronto Union Station down there, and Lake Ontario. You can see New York State just on the far side of Lake Ontario. And I'm up here for sunset. This is Toronto Island Airport, where I'll be flying from tomorrow to Quebec City. Seems I've got beef and bread. Here is the glass floor.
If you can see the skyline, that would be Niagara Falls and Rochester, New York.
Well, at the end of a very long day from Montreal and going via Toronto, I have ended up finally at Niagara Falls. There they are. That's the Horseshoe Falls, and I'll be seeing more of that in the morning. I'm about to go on the boat down there. On the boat at Niagara Falls. A bit windy. That's the American Falls and Bridal Veil Falls there. And over here we're approaching the mist of Horseshoe Falls. Well, that was the boat at Niagara Falls. So here I am in Quebec City, which is incredibly French speaking. In fact, I haven't actually heard anybody speaking English yet, nor have I seen any signs in English, but that's fine. I had a nice conversation in French with the taxi driver on the way here. Now, it is often said that America doesn't have very many buildings over 50 years old, or 100 even. But all of this area is from the 1600s. 1608, Quebec was founded. So this looking street here is called Barricade, and it's where in 1775 took place the Siege of Quebec. And basically, the Canadian and the British forces fought off the Americans who were trying to get control of this area, and the Americans had to turn back. Here marks the edge of the old port of Quebec, looking rather desolate today, and the mouth of the St. Lawrence River there. There's a ship going now. That's where the ships came from France and the UK and other colonial powers to the Americas through that passage. There's the Newport and Chateau Frontenac there in the background. There. Now it's absolutely freezing, so I'm going for dinner.
Right, what is this Rolls Royce?
So this is the end.
Have you had fun?
I've been cold a lot. The metro here doesn't really go places I want it to go, such as to the top of Montreal.
Sure. We should probably... So where are you going next?
So tomorrow I'm getting a train down to New York,
Right.
which will be possibly good. But I say possibly because it will take 10 hours.
I get to go on a coach tomorrow.
Oh,
11
yeah.
o'clock, arriving to New York at 7:30.
In the morning, that is, isn't it?
Yeah, in the morning.
Oh.
Got to brave US border control at about 2 o'clock in the morning, which isn't going to...
Oh, you'll be looking... Well, at least be quiet. So I guess this is it. Bye
This is
from
it.
Canada.
Bye from Canada, bye from Danny's flat.
And goodbye from Montreal. Out here. There it is. Oh, there's your reflection and my reflection.
Yeah.
So that's a nice scene because it's like, bye-bye.
Nice, you can fade out to black. You can fade out to black.